So Evan, the island of St. Croix in the US Virgin Islands has some of the best scuba diving from shore around. Let's compare our top 5 shore dives on the island here.
Yeah, it certainly does have a lot of great diving, and number 5 for me is going to have to be Pavilions.
Pavilions? Why?
Well, this dive site, even though it is close to Cane Bay, it looks totally different. The wall is more sloped and smooth, and the coral heads are everywhere, and they're huge as well. And we've seen a lot of cool turtles out there, as long as some sharks as well, and it's a really interesting dive site to me.
All right, I can go with that. For me, my number 5 is right here at Butler Bay. It's the South Ridge down here. That little shallow water ridge that's maybe 25, 30 feet deep is real easy to navigate. It's full of fish. We've seen lots of turtles out there as well. But I think it's an absolutely fantastic dive site to kind of just explore. It's got lots of little overhangs that you can get into and take a look and see what's under there. We've seen some lionfish under there and some moray eels and other things. But what really makes it a fantastic dive site is also there's a jungle gym wreck that we call it. So it's the frame of an old movie prop that was in the shape of a boat that just attracts all kinds of sea life as well. So for me, my number 5, the ridge here at Butler Bay.
Yeah, that's a good one.
All right, what do you got?
Well, my number 4 is actually going to be yours, Butler Bay, and that's the ridge as well. It's really shallow, nice, easy dive, and you can spend a lot of time there, which I really like.
Okay, so we're really close on that one. All right, how about number 3? Oh wait, I didn't go through my number 4. I'm just skipping my 4.
Yeah.
All right, so for me, my number 4 is going to be North Star. I really like North Star on the North Shore. It's where the wall really comes nice and close in. It's super dramatic topography there, and it just drops off. We've also seen some turtles there. That seems like a running theme here on the island, but it's an amazing shore dive. The entry is a little bit rocky getting in there, but it's worth it.
Yeah, I definitely like that dive site as well.
Okay, so what's your number 3 now?
My number 3 is probably going to have to be Cane Bay. We really like it because it's a nice dramatic drop, and we see turtles there, sharks there all the times, and the sand chutes are amazing as well.
Yeah, I totally agree. In fact, that is my number 3 as well. So for me, going east on the wall there, it gets super deep and it just really opens up. It's such an awe-inspiring wall dive there. Kind of going to the west, it just is a nice gradual slope with the big spur and groove formations with the sand channels you were talking about that just create an amazing reefscape to look at.
Yeah, it's really cool.
All right. Number 2, man, what's number 2 for you?
Number 2 for me is going to have to be the pier.
Okay.
Because this one's a little different from all our shore dives because it's a pier, but it has tons of stuff on its pillars, and even out in the sand, we see different stuff all the time. Seahorse, frogfish, turtles, it has everything.
Okay. All right, number 2 for me is where you started at Pavilions. It is right next door to Cane Bay, and it just has such a different feel to it than Cane Bay, but is right there on the wall, and for all the reasons that you said, it's an awesome dive spot.
Yeah, it really is.
Well, Evan, whenever you're shore diving here on the island and you're unfamiliar with any area, really anywhere, it's always recommended to hire a local guide. And one of the best places you can do that here on island is with our sponsor for this video, Adventures in Diving STX. These guys have a full-service dive shop. It's right downtown on King Street in Frederiksted.
Yeah, Adventures in Diving is the official SSI dive shop on St. Croix, and they offer a wide range of experience and dive certifications, starting from just trying scuba, being a basic scuba diver, up to more advanced diving certifications.
Adventures in Diving STX also offers several ways to get in the water.
Yeah, they do shore diving, night diving, and they even offer snorkel tours, which you can do for a full day, half day, or even just one tour.
So not only can they guide you out there, Evan, they also have all the equipment that you need to get there.
Yeah, they offer all rental gear. If you're just doing one day, you can rent it out for the day, but if you're doing a longer stay here and want to dive more, you can rent it out for the whole week.
Right, and they have everything that you're going to need, from BCs to regulators, masts, fins, snorkels, snorkel vests. They've got it all. So if you're looking at scuba diving St. Croix, make sure to stop by Adventures in Diving STX or give them a call. We're going to have all that information down below in the description. All right, number 1 for you, man. What's on the top of your list?
Number 1 is going to be one of your other ones, which is North Star for me. And despite the hard entry and difficult exit, it's pretty close to shore. It's a pretty easy swim, but I really like the topography on it, especially going east. It curves a lot, and it's a nice dramatic drop, and it's got some really neat stuff there as well, especially the corals.
It does. It's got that, actually there's an old anchor down there too, and a little overhang that you can check out. There's often a green moray eel, you know, swimming through there. So, all right, North Star. I can see that at the top of your list. For me, I'm going back to yours, the Frederiksted Pier. And the pier is really my premier dive here on the island because I love taking a nice long shallow dive. It's probably a maximum of 30 feet deep, but you can spend just so much time there looking at the little things on the columns, but also the big things swimming in between. We've got tarpon there, we've got lobster there, we've got turtles there. The list really never ends. In fact, we can all go down and see something different at any one given point in time. But what makes it really special for me is it's also an equally fantastic night dive. So we can get out there and see octopus coming out. We can see those lobster really walking around. It's such an incredible dive site. It's ridiculous. Like every time, it just never disappoints.
Yeah, the pier never disappoints. That's why it's my number 2.
Evan, I think there are a lot of honorable mentions here. There are definitely some good shore dives as well, but they're more advanced dives. They get out there. For example, the wrecks here at Butler Bay are doable from shore. It's more of a boat dive, but that can be done from shore, but I would certainly consider it more of an advanced dive due to the longshore currents that are often found out here. You gotta know what you're doing and go with an experienced guide for sure. There's also some other good diving down here on the west end at Coconuts. It's really more seagrassy, patch reef, but there's also a lot of sunken little pieces and parts of boats out there. It's another neat spot.
Yeah, we have a lot of good shore diving, but you can definitely stretch it out with those longer dives that are preferred by most people to go by boat. But
for sure. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, definitely check out our video here next on diving the Frederiksted Pier. But until next time, we'll see you underwater.